The Aerotiques office chairs began their life aboard an Avro RJ100, the uprated variant of the BAE 146 airliner. Manufacturer serial number E3379, registration Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Charlie, left the Woodford production line on the 15th of December 2000 on delivery to British Airways franchisee City Flower Express. She was the 16th jet to join their fleet and operated extensively from their Gatwick base in a 110-seat economy configuration. She would remain in the flag carrier's colours through various branding and ownership changes and operated as BA City Express, City Flyer and BA Connect, before leaving their fleet in February 2006, having been sold to Swiss International Airlines and re-registered as Hotel Bravo India Yankee uniform. Once again she would play a trade around the European cities, wearing a Star Alliance special scheme. It was at this point she was reconfigured to a 97-seat business class configuration, and the Recaro leather seats were fitted. On the morning of 18th of August 2007, the aircraft was operating a scheduled service from Zurich to London City Airport with 88 passengers and 5 crew aboard. The weather forecast indicated southerly winds of 10 knots with short periods of rain. Standard operating procedures required that the captain was to fly the approach and landing to the relatively short runway, equipped with a steep approach ILS instrument landing system. The aircraft was fully configured for landing prior to intercepting the glide slope for the ILS to runway 28. The glide slope was intercepted at 3,000 feet and the autopilot disconnected at 1,300. The last surface wind reported by the tower before landing was 190 degrees at 10 knots. As the automated radio altitude calls were announced at 50 and 30 feet, the pilots sensed that the aircraft was dropping suddenly. The commander pulled the control column back and the aircraft touched down on the aft fuselage with a bump before landing on the main wheels. Neither the pilots nor the cabin crew were aware that there had been a tail strike, although the rear cabin crew member reported that there had been a loud noise on touchdown. The ground crew alerted the pilots to the damage. An inspection of the aircraft was carried out, which revealed significant structural damage had occurred to the lower fuselage in the area aft of the cargo hold. CCTV cameras captured the landing. Extensive repairs were required to the aircraft, both externally and internally, before it could fly again. Parking space at London City is very limited, so a specialist pontoon was moored alongside the docks in the airport and a temporary hangar erected to effect repairs. With the repairs complete, she was taken back to the airport and departed in December 2007 to Cranfield and 146 specialist Avalon Aviation, who would undertake further internal works. By March 2008, she was back in service with Swiss and would continue amongst their fleet until the end of 2016, when she was sold to a leasing company and placed again in storage at Cranfield. In October 2017, she was leased to Cello Aviation, VIP charter specialist, and re-registered as Golf India Lima Romeo. Repainted in a smart corporate scheme, the aircraft would regularly carry Premier League football teams to their fixtures, and continued in service of Cello until their unfortunate commercial demise in November 2018, where once again she would find herself back at Cranfield in storage. In November 2018, the aircraft was sold to Airbus and re-registered as Golf Whiskey Echo Foxtrot X-Ray. It was intended to be used as a hybrid electric aircraft in a joint venture with Airbus, Rolls-Royce and Siemens, where one of her ALF 502 turbine engines will be replaced with a 2 megawatt Siemens electric motor. It was at this point that the Recaro interior was removed and placed in storage. Work began on modifying the aircraft fuselage and various other systems to accommodate the new technologies. With the onset of the pandemic, however, in 2019, the project was shelved. The aircraft is once again in storage at Cranfield, having accrued 34,304 flight hours during her lifetime. Her future is uncertain. It's most likely that she will be parted out for spares and scrapped. A number of the Recaro seats were required by Aerotiques for a client simulator project. There were, however, a few rows spare, and we set about converting those into the office chairs that you see before you. The process is not entirely straightforward. The seats are engineered to withstand a 16G crash loading and also designed to minimise their weight. Only the centre seat has fully lifting armrests, and each seat is uniquely different in the row of 3. Essentially, we have completely disassembled the rows and used the different components to manufacture 3 seats that are virtually identical. We modified the armrests, effected a few repairs, and left the seatbelts and recline mechanism and tray table still fitted. So, next time you're in the office, please ensure that your tray table is stowed, your seat is in the upright position with your seatbelt fastened, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.